So I got the dates mixed up for the gameplay trailer, and I thought it was going to be released on June 28th, but here it is being released today. So we are here to talk about the gameplay trailer, which is packed with a lot of stuff, and honestly it changed my view entirely of this pack. Before this trailer, I thought that the new expansion pack is all about fairies, that's the only new exciting thing. But after watching this gameplay trailer, I actually changed my mind. So let's go ahead and watch it together and break it down. Alright guys, so I'm gonna be pausing at every major thing and talk about it in details, and it looks like we're getting an improvement to plant sims, which maybe when I saw this trailer it has something to do with fairies, because they are the ones who turn you into a fairy.
Joys are plentiful and the wonders awe-inspiring. Here
Okay,
it feels like we're truly in
okay, so what I realized that this expansion pack has like 4 sections. I think 4 sections, yes. The first one talking about plants and caring for plants in relation to fairies, which is the second part. So the first part and the second part are like interrelated, and we have the third part where they talk about nature living and all the things you can do in nature, and the fourth part, the final part, is the alchemy. I think it's called alchemy skill, doing cures and such for six sims.
enchanted by nature. There are many ways to enjoy the bounties of nature, many paths to follow, from a peaceful life outdoors to exploring enchantment and magic.
So here is the first part where they are caring about the plants. I don't know, the spray thing was there. I like that we have Anthurium in the game and daisies and all of that. These are some cool flowers, and I know because I work in flowers.
Dose of joy.
So again, these are maybe a reference to plant sims. Again, I don't know what's gonna come. The trailer doesn't specify all things we are getting, so I don't think that this has something to do with plant sims.
Water them when dry and look good as new. Except for those poor things.
Okay.
Oh, here's a tip. A little
Now,
fairy dust.
look at the fairy that's bathing there. I think that this is like caring for the needs of the fairy. This is the thing also about fairies in this expansion pack. Unlike the Sims 3, when they go into their small form or their fairy form, they retain their main shape. They don't change it, which is kind of cool in my opinion.
Goes a long way. Enchanted
she's
plants water and
basing
weed
there.
themselves. Oh, they do tend to attract pixies though.
Pixies, I think that pixies in this game, they're talking about pixies, are fairies, but NPC fairies or things that care for your plants, but you don't see them. They don't have a shape, unlike the sim fairies. They just roam around your plants and maybe do other stuff.
At least they're cute. For those with slightly more gardening expertise, bring more of the outdoors in with potted plants. Please.
They are talking about the potted plants and bringing them inside. Well, we could already do that with the Sims 4 base game. You could just put this pot inside and plant your plants, but I think the new addition here is being these pots that are on the table and on the shelves. These are new ones which we did not have. I think we have the ones that are the big ones, which is on the floor, but we did not have the ones for tables and shelves.
Them wherever they fit. Fill the entire room if you want. If you're a fellow fan of foliage, your passion can take you a long way. So go on.
You can also
them,
rename your
talk to
plants,
them,
which
whatever.
is
I don't
something. Talking to plants also happened in The Sims 3 with fairies. We saw that in my previous video. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. So the part about the plants is over here. Now they're gonna be talking about fairies. Look at the fairy in its small form being absolutely cute.
Fairies are here. Let's start with the basics, shall we?
This is how you become a fairy.
A
So
mere mortal
watch it
aspiring to be a
carefully.
fairy.
This
No
is
need to
what
be
I'm
alarmed.
talking about.
You called me. Now all you have to do is follow the path laid out for you and...
So you plant something, then a plant sim comes, and then you drink it. You drink what it gives you, and you have, I think, to do multiple quests. From the trailer, it looks so basic that you just plant something, a sim appears, gives you a drink, you drink it, and then you go to the spawn and you become a fairy. If this is the case, it's very easy to become a fairy in this game, and Maybe it's not to do much quests.
Oh, look at this entrance! Subtle, right? Oh, I love witnessing the transformation of a new fairy.
Now you can obviously
There are
change
many ways for you to customize your fairy form.
wings and stuff.
Stunning.
When they say fairy form, this is a form, right? They can be big, they can be small. This is a fairy form. Is there a regular sim form where they remove their wings and just become normal sims? I don't know. This is not clear in this trailer. And
Go on, my little style
being able
icon.
to customize wings and stuff
for you
is
now.
amazing. This is one of the best features. Just like the tattoos in businesses and hobbies, this is absolutely phenomenal. And it's a good time to pause this video. Look at the needs of the fairies. They are kind of different than the ones regular someone or spellcasters or whatever. They removed some of the needs, which is something we don't usually see with other occults, but with the fairies, they removed them and they replaced with emotional force. So basically, your sim feeds on others' emotions, which is interesting. This is a new addition to fairies. I did not expect it, but this is so good. And I think there is like the fairy magic at the bottom to show how charged your fairy is, which earns you also ability points to. We'll see later.
Fairies are truly emotion-driven creatures nourished by the moods of others. But if you don't take care of your needs,
They would die.
it's always a pity to see one go like that.
If you don't
Luckily,
take
you
care
can
of the
simply
emotional
consume
needs,
bottled emotions
they will
or
die.
absorb emotions from others to fulfill your needs.
This is a fairy
you do know
woohoo.
I'm
This
still
is
here.
cool. We're getting something new for our woohoo.
As I was saying, absorbing emotions comes naturally to every fairy.
And
as does
apparently there is
shrinking.
no fairy
But
house
many
like The Sims
acquire other
3.
abilities
It's
as well.
just the dollhouse which comes in
Dust
the
is
base game.
simply the sugar on top. The more you use your ability.
Ability blooming plants was there in The Sims 3. They can do it in The Sims 4, which is also good because taking care of plants in The Sims 4 is kind of horrendous. So
Powerful you become. Fulfill
this is the abilities that we were talking about. Cooking and good abilities. It's not just like good or bad abilities. There is something related to nature. There is something. Let me just go back a little bit. So there is something like related to nature, to plants, growing plants, blooming plants, and whatever. Then there is something with customization, which I think have something to do with other Sims and how you interact with them. Emotions, how you control apparently your emotions and others' emotions. I'm not gonna interpret that. We still don't have the game. And manipulation, which I think is related to evil. Okay.
good and
Like you
wicked
can age
desires,
up
like
others.
aging
This is
someone up.
manipulation. You can also, this is manipulation, and I think in manipulation you can bring a gnome to life. Now, and as we continue, you will see that I don't think that gnomes are supposed to grow up and become like moving around the house. They just, as they used to do, they appear in your house and they magically change stuff. For example, if you bring them to life for a specific purpose, either for cleaning, gardening, protecting, and repairs and upgrades, they will do that where they are sitting in their normal gnome form without growing into a human and moving around your house. I think this is what's going to happen.
Bringing gnomes to life or messing with relationships. Oh,
Okay,
we love a
so
little
she can mess
but
with
fairy
others.
life like this nature nomad.
This
who
is a new
Living
aspiration.
off the land may be an adjustment.
I think with this aspiration, your sim wants to live in the land, and this is the third section of this trailer.
First, and
So they can
acquired
get
taste,
food from the
perhaps?
floor, sleep on the floor.
But the more time you spend working on natural living skills, the easier it gets to manage your needs.
I think what they meant here is like you spend time with nature and you improve or you learn how to fulfill your needs. Is that like, I don't know, is that a hidden skill that your sim will acquire on how to take care of themselves in nature? So yeah, basically you can live without a house. I think you just need a
Seriously,
lot
when can find
and you can
yourself
live
to
with a lot
fall
faith
when
in the bond.
nature has been all-inclusive since the dawn of time.
Now we are moving on to
But
the
valid.
fourth and final section of this trailer, which is the illness and ailment, I think, and the cure for ailment, which is actually a new career with this expansion pack. You will see
This is
as
a
we move on.
tightrope, not a throne.
There is this luck. I think it's gonna be in the symbology panel. There is 3 parts for
Find
luck.
yourself
but, like,
wallowing in a
3
bad mood for too long, you begin to teeter into imbalance.
there is a balance and imbalance. So there is good, bad.
Experiencing
Extremely
minor symptoms. Ignoring it leads to serious consequences and may mean picking up an ailment.
So I think the balance and imbalance is the main cause of ailment, which is a sickness apparently, and I think this has to do with like a sim psychology. You can go meditating to improve it, from which we have seen right now. So I think the more your sim takes care of their mental health, the better it is. They are going to be on the balance scale or the luck scale. I don't know what it is.
Okay, time to bring in some outside help. With the
This is the
apothecary skill, you can craft everyday plants into elixirs and cures.
Oh, and like so far we have seen 3 lifetime aspirations or rewards or whatever it is.
Galore! Like ailment cures, emotion potions that change any mood, or elixir
This is a new skill, so you can craft elixirs, you can craft cures.
that fulfill
Which is
all your
also-
needs for a time. Is that lucky liquid? I know a fisherman who could
Oh.
use that.
I think there is luck and there is the imbalance.
If you're inspired to help others with your new skill, there's always a need for more.
This is what I've talked about. Look at here, look at the top. This is an event going on, and you can see that there is like a work day ends at 5. So this is basically an active career. Your sim will be working to cure others, or apparently to cure others, not to give them elixirs, because elixirs might just change moods and has something to do with emotions or stuff. But to give cures, I think you can make a career out of it.
After a quick exam, it's time to determine the best course of treatment. Hopefully, the correct one.
Oh, Reva! Bobby.
Okay, you can give incorrect treatment.
Sometimes that means designing a wellness program for a client or offering a plant-based remedy.
Cure can be a plan or just a one-time drink, or like an actual plan you work on it. Kinda like therapy.
Of course, not all plants are entirely ordinary.
I don't know why
The
they are
Moody
not
shrub
ordinary.
allows you to extract emotions from it. An aura blossom.
You can extract emotions from plants. Good thing you can actually change the emotion of your
Can
sim.
affect your luck or imbalance as long as you don't anger it. Oh,
Okay, so I got it right. There is luck and there is imbalance. So there's 2 new things that's gonna be in the simology panel, and I think you can drink the potion to become lucky, or you can work on your wellness skill to become a balanced sim.
and the lightning root. Oh, I'm sure they're fine. With your natural
Alright.
living and apothecary skills, you'll be able to help so many folks in need.
Apocryphy. I think it's pronounced apocryphy. Okay, laugh at me all you want. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like just you could have called it the I don't know, elixir skill, mixing skill.
And there's a lot of them in this quiet little hamlet of ours.
He gave him a
The
cure.
blend of natural and magical elements.
These
throughout
are
in
the
this game
neighborhoods
strikes
that
a
are
perfect balance. If I do say so
with the
myself,
new,
it can be a lot to do.
with a new pack. I think these are their names, and I think they are 4.
But
I have
luckily,
counted
the
that
locals are happy to fill you
correctly.
in. Lending a hand is a fast way to make friends and hear all kinds of stories about this place. Plus, earn a few rewards. Speaking
Okay, I
of
don't know
locals,
what's
I
this
see you've met my
rewards.
ex, Spruce.
Plant sims, again. Enchanted by nature, plant sims. Makes sense.
Oh, and will you look at that? Our cosmic hourglass is emptied.
Alright, I
Well,
love how
that's
they
the
like
grand
fairies can
tour.
still
I'd say
play
you're
together
ready to
and all of
explore
that.
this enchanted world of ours. Time for me to dissolve into the mist somewhere. You're gonna do great.
Okay, I don't
Just
know where she disappears.
Bye.
Alright. Well, that was interesting, honestly. Like, my
But
final
fairy
thoughts on this is that it is more than what I expected, honestly. I have been expecting very less because I thought that this pack is only focused on fairies, but there is so much in-depth gameplay coming with this expansion pack that I actually changed my mind, and I was excited before and now I'm even more and more excited for this pack to come out and for me to play it with you guys, and I think I have an idea of how we're gonna be playing this expansion pack. So stay tuned for the gameplay that is coming on July 10th on the release of this expansion pack, and let me know what you think of this gameplay trailer and what you think of this whole expansion pack. Honestly, again, I'm just so excited about it. Excited to try all these sections they have mentioned in this trailer. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and I'll see you guys in another video. Take care until then and stay safe.